still stay in Parliament, where the minority again is questioning the latest inflation figures announced by the Ghana Statistical Service. Now, government statistician Dr. Alassane Idrisu announced on Tuesday that the inflation rate for January had fallen to 3.8%.
The data tell a very clear story. Inflation has fallen sharply and consistently over the year. Price pressures are easing across most components of the CPI. While challenges remain, particularly in some regions and food categories, the overall trend is positive. This creates space for planning, confidence, and recovery. In summary, in terms of numbers, we are talking about January 2026 recording an inflation rate of 3.8%. Food inflation at 3.9%. Non-food inflation at 3.9% as well. Goods inflation at 3.6%. Services inflation at 4%. Inflation for locally produced items at 4.5%. And then we have regional differences, which shows that Northeast recorded the highest inflation at 11.2%, and Savannah recorded the lowest at negative 2.6%.
Speaking to journalists in Parliament, minority spokesperson on the economy, Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah, says they are getting information that figure does not reflect the realities in the market.
Hearing that figure, I'm also getting a lot of messages from people who are saying that what they see on the market doesn't exactly correspond with that. I'm sure when the government statistician appears before us, we'll have an opportunity to interrogate the data that they have and match it to what is really happening in the market. Many of your viewers and listeners, they buy from the markets, and they will be the best judges to tell us whether what they're experiencing on the market is 3.8% or not. We have told you earlier that what the government is doing to achieve these inflationary targets is not actually tackling the supply side. Is actually sterilizing a lot of money from the system. You recall that around October, we told you that the government has sterilized about 60 billion Ghana cedis from the system. In other words, that money has been sucked out of the economy, so people who want to use it to, conduct transactions can't even access it. So it's one thing they're doing it on the demand side and telling you, therefore, that inflation is down to 3.8. But when you go to the market, you see the real rate.
Now, traders at the Malamata market here in Accra say a drop in inflation does not necessarily mean a drop in prices of goods and services. They've been reacting to an announcement by the Ghana Statistical Service.
20, 25, 30, 40. There's a unketeska won't mean tope. Uka almost see a season, almost see a beba, and so a mother. Obi aba o se ye ne yaye nso yenso nye yenso ne yaye pe ne board ntama isi ado omom nkita sika omom ntime ntope gise sika fo no nkwan etime to enso pe enso de nkenye aduaba bia e se ne bo time ye kosoro sa ama obi o so time eba fom no obi a time tobi obi a time tobi no odi because you say a healthy food but you see ape nkita sika wontime nto season omo ye senka ye di Christmas wi a ebeba last month year December no and so January so na assign but still life kwa de aye worse kra nti ye nim de nti a aye sa
Akosha is saying that the prices of pear is so high because she was told that at least by the time where the festive seasons were over, the price of pear would have reduced. But here we are in February, and still the prices of pear is so high. She said she doesn't sell any of these pears that you see here below 20 cedis. The lowest price is 20 cedis.
Madam, ginger ne de nya bete. Se un bedwam to ginger 10 cedi. Ube ye nkwan kitue bi wo fie do be hye no ginger 50 cedis. Adango kura ye sen. Se say adango 2 cedi first me and 5 bebile mu use. Se say adango 5 cedi.
Auntie Amanda is concerned about the price of ginger. She says that the ginger, the sizes are so small and yet it's so expensive. And to prepare a little meal, you'll have to buy at least 50 cedis ginger because no one sells below even 10 cedis of ginger here. In 2% we told ginger 10 cedis are book. She's going to show me how much I will get. Should I purchase 10 cedis ginger? She's actually counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 10 cedis worth of ginger that she's giving to me. Prior to first, I bear 5 cedis.
Look at that 2 cedi credit me the mouth. But there, never one and shut down your dance. And shut down your dance and never walk cost. But I say a season. A what time I be a what time echo. Until no dear board there, never one of it. But the man had me be a lolly fair. A man complain is a lolly fair, and until a man bore a cosoro.
Auntie here is saying that the prices of plantain is not that high, but her concern is the transport, how the plantain is brought from the hinterland to the city. It makes it very expensive, and so she's hoping that at least when that aspect is resolved, the plantain, the cost of it, will not keep going up higher.
With other ones, it's good, but with Frytol, the only problem is with Frytol. They go up sometimes and they come down sometimes. But with Sunflower and other brands, it's okay. The price is normal.
No me first no here le 10 cedi bi ane koloba le 15. Le kotoku shinje kotoku bibi agbo agbe enene ko eba bi ane kotoku wonyo wo le 45 ene ina kache ene anwula wo le 45 eko nwe o ba wo le 5 ntrake sika 50.
Sister Nyakwa say okra comes in seasons, like what others have been telling us. So this is not the season for the okra, but the prices are relatively better than a year ago. She's saying that she's hopeful when it's season, when we get into the season of okra, we'll be able to purchase it at a very relative good price.
Now, government has presented the 24-hour economy policy document to Parliament. Majority Leader Mahama Ayariga is presenting the document, acknowledged the consistent demand by the ranking on the committee, Kojo Nkrumah, for that document. Now, Kojo Nkrumah says there are more of such policy documents outstanding, and they will continue to demand that.
Nearly weekly advocacy, asking for the policy and program documents, because it's the real foundation of the work that you are doing as a government. It's what helps you yourself to even measure and track the work you are doing, whether it's the minority or civil society or citizens in general. That's how come you can track and see the work that is going on. So we'll continue the advocacy, and we're not just asking for the documents to file, we're asking for it so that we can go into it and use it for the oversight function of Parliament. So you can rest assured that we're going to use these documents to track the implementation of these programs.